The Impractical Jokers sign off on their 6th season with an hour-long special filmed in front of a live audience Thursday night on True TV. All times Eastern. Monday, October 30. American Masters. Edgar Allan Poe buried alive. Actress Kathleen Turner narrates this new 90-minute documentary about the author, portrayed in reenactments by actor Dennis O'Hare, which explores Poe's roots as a literary critic and magazine editor, his invention of the modern detective genre and his refinement of science fiction. 9 p.m. PBS, Halloween Baking Championship. In the finale episode, host John Henson oversees the 3 remaining bakers as they prepare edible centerpieces and 3 different creepy treats for a spooky Halloween-themed dessert bar, plus jack-o'-lantern cakes that really light up. Only one will take home the $25,000 grand prize. 9 p.m. Cooking Channel. Tuesday, October 31. Hocus Pocus Marathon. Nothing says Halloween like witches, so rise and shine for a nearly 18-hour marathon of this 1993 family favorite comedy about 3 sorceress sisters, Betty Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathy Najimy, and 2 teenagers who try to stop to their cackling reign of terror once and for all. 7:30 a.m. Midnight, Freeform. Mystery of the Giant Cave Spiders. Really creepy on Halloween in this real-world Charlotte's Web tale of giant prehistoric spiders that dwell in Australia's deepest, darkest caves. Host Neil Gaiman goes down under for an up-close look at these amazing arachnids that have outlived the dinosaurs. 10 p.m. Nat Geo Wild. Wednesday, November 1. Total Diva Season 7 features new cast members joining returning WWE stars Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Naomi, Maurice, Lana and Natalya for more journeys in the wrestling ring and beyond as they travel around the world, and Naomi pursues the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. 9 p.m. East Anne Against Evil. The Evil Deadish horror comedy series returns for Season 2 to the haunted New England borough of Willards Mill, where former Sheriff Stan Miller John C. McGinley continues to unravel a time travel mystery and battle the demons trying to take over his town. 10 p.m. IFC, Thursday, November 2. Impractical Jokers. The Season 6 finale, an hour-long special filmed in front of a live audience of active military members and veterans with the families, kicks off with a pre-show hosted by Joey Fatone looking back on some of the season's most memorable challenges and punishments. 9 p.m. True TV, Flip or Flop FT. Where meet the newest additions to the network's expert flip-flop team, military vet Sandy and Ashley Williams, a real estate agent, renovation expert and his designer wife, who tackle some of the most rundown properties in Fort Worth, Texas, and turn them showpieces. 9 p.m. HDTV, Friday, November 3. Kevin Hart presents Heart of the City in Season 2 of his travels across the country to seek out fresh comedic voices. The movie superstar and stand-up comic visits Boston, Detroit, Jackson, Memphis, Minneapolis, Paul, Newark, Phoenix and Seattle, scouting local stand-up scenes and giving local comedians a chance in the spotlight. 11 p.m. Comedy Central. Alias, Grace, Sarah Gayton, Anna Paquin, Zachary Levi and David Cronenberg star in this adaptation of a novel by Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale, inspired by a notorious double murder in a remote Canadian village in the 1840s, streaming on Netflix. Saturday, November 4. Christmas Festival of Ice. In this TV movie, a winter festival heats up when a young law school grad Taylor Cole from TV's The Originals and a local artisan Damon Runyon, usually on the new Star Trek Discovery, work together in their town's annual ice sculpting contest. 8 p.m. Hallmark Channel. Dr. Dolittle. Eddie Murphy stars in this 1998 movie comedy based on the children's book character, a physician who rediscovers a long-lost ability to communicate with animals, which come flocking to seek his advice. 9 p.m. Discovery Family. Sunday, November 5. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10 of the network's flagship reality show kicks off with the return of Cynthia Bailey, Candy Burruss, Kenya Moore, Portia Williams and Sherry Whitefield, alongside original HW Nene Leakes, who reclaims her peach and rejoins the group, more determined than ever to build her empire and support her family. 8 p.m. Bravo. The Girlfriend Experience. The Steven Soderbergh-produced anthology series about high-end escorts returns for Season 2 with new cast members Anna Friel, Louisa Krause and Carmen Ayogo, new stories, new twists and new settings, Washington, D.C., and the desert of New Mexico. 9 p.m. Stars. Read all about it. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of director Steven Spielberg's Alien Shavelanded classic with Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the ultimate visual history Harper designed by Michael Klaas-Doran, filled with rare photos, concept art, storyboards, inserts and other interactive elements, and making-of recollections from the cast and crew. So, you want to be the next Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, Louis C.K., Jim Gaffigan or Louis C.K.? They all started, like so many TV personalities, telling jokes on tiny stages. Learn the tricks of the trade from one of the masters in mastering stand-up, Chicago Review Press. It's written by Steven Rosenfield, the founder and director of the American Comedy Institute, and he's trained hundreds of comedians who went on to television and movie acclaim. Comic book fans and movie buffs alike will delight in 101 Movies to Watch Before You Die, an obra press by Spanish artist Ricard Cavallo, whose colorful, graphic novel pop artistry sweeps across decades of classic cinema that have shaped his life and creative worldview, from Goonies and Goodfellas to Casablanca and the films of Charlie Chaplin. In the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, there's the Twilight Zone Encyclopedia Chicago Review Press by Stephen J. Rubin. Actually, there's no middle ground here. It's an Ataz spectrum of everything related to the groundbreaking 19,591,964 TV series. From Addis, used as a director who steered 3 classic episodes to Zikri, Mark Scott, the author of the seminal book The Twilight Zone Companion, and all points in between, including every single episode, key performers, facts and trivia, dozens of behind-the-scene photos and loads of other goodies for TZ fans. Heavy metal heads know Bruce Dickinson is the lead singer of Iron Maiden, who've been rockin' around the world for more than 40 years. But did you know he's also been a pilot and captain, a beer brewer, movie script writer and world-class fencer? Find out the many sides of a guy who's much more than the frontman of one of the most successful metal bands in history in What Does This Button Do? Day Street. New on DVD, Halle Berry stars in the action-packed Kidnap. Universal Pictures Home Entertainment as a mom pushed to the edge and beyond to save her abducted child when a typical afternoon turns into every parent's nightmare. At the movie, Chris Hemsworth returns to the title role in Thor Ragnarok, in which the Norse god of thunder finds himself imprisoned, forced to fight in a gladiatorial match against his former ally the Hulk and in a race against time to prevent the destruction of his home civilization. With Idris Elba, Cate Blanchett, Jamie Alexander, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hiddleston, Anthony Hopkins, Mark Ruffalo, Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill. Mila Kunis, Kristen Bull and Kathryn Hahn are back in A Bad Mom's Christmas, as 3 overburdened and underappreciated mothers who rebel against the Falalala challenges and expectations of the holidays, which includes hosting their own mom. Susan Sarandon, Christine Baranski and Cheryl Hines. A surgeon, Colin Farrell, has to make an unthinkable sacrifice as his life begins to fall apart when the behavior of a teenage boy, Barry Cogan from Dunkirk, he has taken under his wing, turns sinister in the chilling psychological thriller The Killing of a Sacred Deer. With Nicole Kidman and Alicia Silverstone. Woody Harrelson portrays our 36th president, and director Rob Reiner's LBJ, which centers on the political upheaval Johnson faced when he was thrust into the Oval Office after the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. With Jennifer Jason Leigh as Lady Bird.